If I would have to learn how to pass back from scratch, that's what I would do. My name is Natalia Klemenova and I'm a former professional volleyball player. In today's video, we will be escalating our passing drills and I will show you what I would do if I would be like, let's say 20-ish years younger and I would have to learn how to pass again. On a side note, I want to mention that I judge it as two schools, old school and new school, where you have to pass in the midline. Back maybe 15 years ago, everyone was teaching to be behind the ball, observe the power of the ball with your body. And right now, people are talking a lot about being outside of your body. I personally believe that two schools can exist. And if you as a player can master both of those directions, both of those visions, you can become a better player. If the ball is getting towards you, you don't need to move much. It's going lower than your chin to your forearms. Pass in front, you don't need to recreate the wheel. If the ball is floating, moving to the side, then I would personally choose a side and create the angle. That's why today when we will be balancing our drills, I will show you how to pass from the midline, from outside, how to use your legs and how to use your arms. For the first drill, I want you to stay on your knees. You can use the knee pads or the mats if you feel that this is too hard for you. We will use the same concept. Hips are going back, shoulders staying over your knees. If you need to get wider so you're comfortable for the movement, please do that. Right now, we almost artificially isolating legs from passing and we will just focus on your arms so you will know how much power and force you need to give in order to pass the ball. While we will have Dennis today as our assistant here and he will be tossing the balls to me, I want you to understand that the ball needs to get lower than your chin, somewhere here. So when we'll start from staying open, closing your arms, finishing where your knuckles, and we talked, you have your eyes, knuckles see the area where you pass. Try to hold your platform longer so you see the outcome. Don't bend your elbows or break them. A lot of the issues that I notice, especially with younger players, when they start here and they do this to an extension, try to be, my arms are halfway straight, a little bit more bend in elbow, and then as soon as I'm getting them together, I have a very flexed, 1, 2, 3, flexed surface of the elbow, and then you're just finishing forward. Try to hold your arms longer so that you can judge how high the ball goes. And we are trying to finish a little bit higher than the forehead of your partner, so the ball has a little higher trajectory. Try to avoid doing this, bending your elbows, or opening too early your arms. So get them together, finish. And again, we don't move anywhere in our hips. Hips are focused on being flexed and a little bit back, and just the whole movement finishes just with your arms. The second progression, you will open your hip 90 degrees away from you, and you will stay the same way, back, hips, shoulders over. Keep your arms open, because in theory, what I see, people start dedicating because they know that the toss will be coming to the side. Please don't cheat, because in reality it will be a neutral position and then you will be reading. Here, try to focus on two arms are already outside of your shoulders. Don't bring them inside and then move outside. I want you to already create an angle outside by dropping your internal shoulder and making sure that your knuckles are finishing to your partner. Okay, same idea. What you will notice when you're passing is that the trajectory and the angle can be moving and can vary. So if you feel that you are creating a movement too sharp to your side, then the ball is going to be going too aggressively to your left. Try to finish further from your shoulder line forward, where your arms will be finishing more perpendicular towards the net instead of creating the angle. So I will show you from the side how you should not be doing and what is the point of contact you should be trying to recreate. Sorry, Dennis. And then you will try to make it more neutral, finishing more direct instead of creating a pull. So we will try not to wipe. We're gonna finish like in tennis on the side of the ball. behind and forward. As soon as you've done your right, same idea, you open your left, neutral, drop, finish. Try to find that pattern when you will have a very direct towards the net pass instead of like a pull, okay? Here we will talk about the directions that you are using as a defender, as a passer, and think of this as basic as it can be. We move forward where we pass the ball in front of us. We move laterally where we need to move and track the ball that flows outside of our body. Yes, we can paddle back and beat the speed of the ball and get in here. We can open up and trace the ball outside of our body. But the main concept that I want you to understand, and I defined it as two types of mentalities. The first one will be victim mentality, when you just stay and wait until the ball will hit you, or you are staying offensive when you are tracking the ball either on the serve receive or in defense, and you are trying to cut the ball. Even some of the coaches were encouraging us to say attack. So I see the ball, attack, and I want to attack the ball rather than to stay very patiently, like waiting and just being hit. That's why right now I will use Dennis as our demonstrator here, and I will show you how the ball floats and what happens and what type of a movement you should choose in order to be more efficient in your passing skill. On this side note, we will talk about the float of the ball and the area where the ball will land, and how you as a passer should be predicting the float, the movement, and calculate where you should meet the ball and which areas to avoid in order to avoid mispassing or having any type of a shanked balls. So the first ball, again, no rocket science. The ball goes straight towards you, the ball is in front, Dennis will make a step and pass it around his forearms. So again, watch, he has a very active step, he's attacking the ball is lower than his chin, the ball gets here, we could see his knuckles are facing towards the center, and so the ball will go somewhere towards the net. So we have a very good ball. The second ball is going a little bit to the side, so the passer is tracking the ball, making a step and cutting the ball in front. And also notice, he has a very balanced position. So in theory, if I will try to push Dennis, and again, I'm heavy and I'm trying to push him, it's barely working because his position is so solid that the ball and even the strength of a very strong serve would not impact his body positioning just because his feet are already balancing and his core is engaged. So he will just stop the ball and the ball will be redirected towards the area he needs. On this note, I want you to point your attention to the movement that a lot of players, by reading the ball that goes to the side, they move laterally instead of diagonally. And so if the ball is getting high, great, you read it well, but now watch, if we will go back and Dennis will do the same movement, but the ball is going lower, so as soon as the ball will be getting to his body and the ball gets somewhere around his knee, it's gonna be very, very hard to try to dig this ball, because as soon as you let the ball goes lower than your knee, now it's getting already dropping, so you'll have to drop your hips and it's gonna be not enough time. So again, if we see the ball going short and anywhere to the side, I don't want you to move just laterally. You wanna attack the ball and move more diagonally towards. So if we go back in time, and he will have a nice ball, it's gonna be somewhere here when it's getting low and he's again strong to pass. We talked in our previous videos about the opening step and moving with all the balls that are going to the back. So the ball is flying deep, Dennis acknowledges it, he opens up, but the ball is still flying, so he is moving until the ball stops. Gonna be anywhere lower than his chin. And now watch, he would load his back leg that will use as a power of his hamstring and his glute to push the ball all the way back if the ball is gonna be dying. He is not just stopping and going down, up. The movement is gonna be going back and forward to pass this ball. Again, common mistake with this type of the ball. If you will try to touch it as early as possible instead of letting the ball drop. So you will play it somewhere here and it's most likely gonna shank, or even if you move, but you still will try to get it high, it's still not gonna be successful because the knuckles see the roof. Maximum what you will create is a very, very high trajectory arch that is still kind of settable, but it's not gonna be as good as outcome we are trying to look for. In the next progression, we will be talking about end footwork and the distance that you cover by reaching your forearms forward that will be faking in the future the passing movement. Right now, Dennis will be focusing on catching the ball outside of your body. Make sure it's a proper shoulder drop, and then you will release the ball back. We call it a Gator drill. Nice, good push, finish, good. Notice how he catches the ball and releases it the same way, instead of bending his elbows or using any other not proper footwork. Now I will toss a little bit shorter so he can trace the ball. Good. So you as a partner or as a coach, you can control the movement of the passer and try to use less predictable patterns, so they will be reading your toss, same as like we're trying to teach our eye-hand coordination, where the ball is going, how high is the trajectory, where I need to pass the ball. And again, I want to point your attention where the Dennis catches the ball. It's lower than his chin, instead of playing high and almost being too fast. Let the ball descend, drop, and then have a quality touch. Right now I will show you a couple of bad examples as well, so you can see if you are making a similar pattern mistakes, and you can make your analysis how to avoid this. Nice, good catch, good push. I'm trying to change the trajectory, so the player has to read and move and watch again. He's attacking the ball instead of being passive and waiting. Come on. Nice. We can speed it up. See how fast Dennis can move. Nice. Good catch. What an amazing libero, as only he would play for the national team. Nice, good catch. So right now from the side, watch the bad actions, and when he will catch it high or he will arch his back. Again, this ball will be already gone. What a good example. I've never seen you doing it. Oh, nice. Too fast with your feet. So unfortunate. Oh, yes, too many options. I know. And what about this one? Yes. Don't paddle. Open up. Oh, yes. Too bad. Okay. Let's see how you would pass the ball that is going deep with a good quality opening. Nice. Behind you. Good. Good trace. Short on the side. Nice. And last one. Hey! Good catch. Perfect ball. In the next progression, you can just try it to do with your partner, with your team. We will engage the core, and we will try to show the players that a lot of focus is getting like through your ab and core and your arms instead of legs. We will be using the resistance band, and you will create a motion where you will have to stabilize the momentum with your shoulders. So you will create an angle. Nice. Look happy, smiley. Hold how you're gonna be passing. So I will pull the resistance band and I will create the motion. So here the player is trying to stabilize the momentum of the pass. Stop laughing! So you will pull the band and you will create a motion. And the player will have to stabilize the momentum, and you can count to like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. And then you will switch the area. So this is gonna engage a lot of like ab and stability. So also players will understand if the power is coming to their arms, where the absorption mechanism will go through. So it's not gonna be the legs, it's gonna be stabilizing through your core. And let's just check it out your left side, because we already done your right. Sick. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10. In this drill, we will try to get together the Gator, the elastic band, like a resistant band, and then the movement where you will be reading the ball with your arms instead of just moving to the ball with your body. So then we will create and cover the distance by using your anthropometrics and your height and your arm width in order to be more efficient. Watching right angle drop, left angle finish, angle short forward. Watch when I'm closing my shoulder. I'm still pushing the ball all the way back. Read the toss when the ball leaves the arms of the tosser. Another part, try to avoid when you're stepping forward to be too narrow. That's what we were talking, that your base is like not very stable. I joke it's like fencing. Try to be more stable, big and wide. And I would even encourage to pass within your knees instead of anywhere outside of your knee. Vertical drill. You have a seat, find the box or any type of a soft box, flyer ones from jumping. Sit a little bit more on the side, open your hip. Right now we will be initiating the idea of dropping the shoulder, but it's gonna look a little bit ridiculous. The ball will be coming to my right side, but I will be trying to drop my inner shoulder and pass with my left. Trust me, it's gonna look ugly before it's gonna look beautiful, but try to believe in this journey where like the more understanding how your body works and the outcome of the ball touch you will have, the better your volleyball will be. So tossing outside, I'm finishing, maybe higher arch, a little bit more solid, spinning back, push, drop, push, one more. So then eventually it's gonna look something like this, where I can drop my shoulders and create. My right arm is already outside, so only what I do is attach my left, and then I just have a normal pass. In the next progression, we will be talking about the drill that's gonna look ridiculous. Don't jump into your conclusions right away. You'll have to stay low, same idea, serve, receive, passing movement. You will keep your arm up, and when you will be covering the distance for the serve receive or a toss receive, you will be moving, leading with the arm and passing outside of your body. Try to avoid bringing the arms together. Your job will be again attaching your shoulder, like by dropping it and attaching the arms together, okay? So try to find the landing position of the ball somewhere around your forearms and finish with your knuckles towards the setting target. Let's see. Big running. Easy ball. I wish everyone would be serving like that. Let's try to do left. And also, if you're coaching a team or you have a couple of players who want to do the same drill, you can work from 6 to direction 1 and 5, and players can constantly rotate, and you can add the column of people waiting. Notice when you're passing from the left side of the court, the trajectory is a little bit sharper, so your angle will be less direct, more curvy, because the setter will be more between 2 and 3 rather than more central of the court. Maybe a little higher. No! Again, everything going to the target is ideal world. That doesn't exist. We're trying to narrow down the area of the pass. Anything around is still a very decent pass. And the last but not least, we'll try to pass using the idea of dropping our shoulders and finishing into the setting target. So way more narrow trajectory and way more narrow targeted area. So we will try to be as precise as possible to aim for that higher quality results. Let's see how it goes. Again, technically for all my players, I would say it's a decent pass, but for the YouTube, I guess I will try to get a couple more in. Yes, oh, for a second I didn't see it. I was like, why are you lying? I wish. I hope you enjoyed today's session and you learned a little bit more extra about passing. Tell me how those drills feel and what other mistakes you encounter while you're trying to master the defense or passing. Otherwise, as always, subscribe, hopefully click likes. Otherwise, leave me your comments and I will see you next video.